Hello, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. And welcome back to the online class. Children, today we'll start with a new poem, which is the first poem of your first flight book. The name of the poem is Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. Robert Lee Frost was born in March 1874 and died in January 1963. He was an American poet. He is well known for his realistic writings of rural life and his use of American informal speech, that you can say the slang language. He was honored often during his lifetime, receiving 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. Pulitzer Prize, it is an American prize given to journalism and literature. Now moving ahead towards the sentences, the first word is shook. They shook hands when they met at the airport. Second is rued. I rued the loss of opportunities I had in the past. So these are the two hard words that you will see in the poem. I hope the meaning is clear to you. Now let me tell you the short brief summary of the poem Dust of Snow. This short poem of Robert Frost throws light upon the unimaginable healing power of nature and tiny things. From a bad mood to ill health, there is nothing that can't be cured by nature. The author was experiencing one such bad day when a crow's movement near a hemlock tree dusted snow upon him. The snow instantly makes him happier. His day gets a lot better. Thus, the supremacy of nature as a whole made him realize how petty his problem was. The fact that hemlock tree is poisonous combined with crow being the indicator of doom and fear was used in the poem as the carriers of happiness in the life of narrator is ironical. The poet, through these objects, has tried to highlight that sometimes creatures linked with negative aspects of life can be the bringer of change and happiness. Being outdoors in nature with all its unpredictability can benefit anyone, anywhere, at any time. Now, let us read the poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued by Robert Frost. This is one of the shortest poem. As you can see, there are only 2 stanzas. The first stanza that I'll describe you is the poem is set in a scene where the poet is in a bad mood and is walking by a tree, a hemlock tree. Hemlock tree is a poisonous tree. As he passes by, a crow happens to throw some snow dust on him. Whether it falls on his head or shoulders is unknown, as there is no specific mention in the poem. Also, the readers are left in doubt about the bird's specific action. Whether the crow was landing, shivering with cold, readjusting itself on the branch, or taking off, it happened to send some particles of snow upon the author. Here, the two agents of nature, the hemlock tree and the crow, are signifiers of sadness and gloom, just like the poet's mood was in the beginning. Now, the second stanza, as it is written here, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. For reasons unknown, the author was having a terrible day, but the falling of snow on his head lifted his mood instantly. He had already spent his day in a bad mood, but the rest of it was saved by the crow and the hemlock tree. Generally, hemlock tree and crow are used for negative references, but the poet used them beautifully to portray that inauspicious things can bring joy and happiness too. One must not take things for granted and should be open and accept whichever way the nature chooses to bless us. So, in this poem, we have learned that very small act in life can illuminate our soul and motivate us to do better. I hope you all have understood the poem. Thank you.